There are times that I regret everything as a collector, and those times are when I get the itch to clean and reorganize my collection. It had been months since I last dusted off my figures, so they did need a dusting, but yeah, doing this one by one is very time consuming. I tend to use a few things when I need to dust off my figures, so I use different size makeup brushes to get in the crevices and just remove any dust. I also tend to use a microfiber towel on like the resin statues like this one, and on flat surfaces I will use a Swiffer duster. I spent like 8 hours yesterday just reorganizing and cleaning off everything in my collection. But yeah, this is how I ended up with. So the end result is very satisfying. It's just the process that is so frustrating. But I do appreciate that I now have spots for my CDs. These are my Vocaloid and Idol CDs that I have in my collection. I also get to display all the little Dopo merchandise that I have. The figures that I got in Japan recently. These were like less than $5 US, which was great. I also reorganized the Vocaloid figures. So Luca, the Kagamines, and Kaito, they're all in a little cubby. I actually like the way it looks. I know it's a little bit crowded, but at least Kaito has some other friends. As for my Project Sekai collection, I have the CDs right here, and behind the Vivid Bad Squad acrylics, I do have more of my anime CDs because I do have a few from other series, as well as a lot of Sailor Moon CDs. I do need to get some more of the acrylic displays for the light sticks from Daiso. Hopefully they have them in the US location. Here is all the Mako merchandise. I really wanted to display all the acrylic stands that I acquired while I was in Japan a few months ago, and I have quite a collection now. I did not realize that. Although this section is definitely very crowded, if I do get any other Miko figure, I will make room. There is still room for more. I also did reorganize the Miku figure collection just a little bit. So I have the Project Sekai section, a small Deco Nina section, and then we got the Project Diva Mikus. And to the left, it's basically every other Miku that doesn't have its own little section. So it's just Miku. I haven't been buying too many Miku figures just because there's so many, but I did pick up these two recently when I was in Japan, again for a very good price, so I couldn't resist. Then I also moved my Misato Katsuragi little collection that I have into its own little space. But yeah, I will be ignoring the dust for the foreseeable few months because this was so exhausting. Good thing these are just all plastic and they can't actually hear me because I cussed out my figure collection so much yesterday, especially the Nendoroids that just break off when you dust them. Being a collector is definitely not for the weak, that's for sure.